All right, we're back to 4 at Highrook, not Highrock, as I kept trying to say last video. I have a couple more blueprints videos in the kitty, but some of my friends started playing it, and those are the people who primarily watch my channel. So there's like some stuff in these episodes I have queued up that are spoilers that I didn't edit out. I don't want to go back and edit them and re-upload the videos. Anyway, I'm giving them time. Long story short, I'm giving them time to sink their teeth into the game before I just do a spoiler. It's just one, I think, one major spoiler, but I want to give them a chance to check it out on their own time. So let's see. Okay. What were we doing? I mean, the one thing, I like this game. I like the demo and I like the full version. It's a little repetitive, but if you're just like zoning out and just want to vibe, it's not a problem. Like after playing Blueprints, I don't need everything to be like a complicated puzzle game, right? Just sort of go with the flow here. We have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. I can only count if it's a Tim and Eric thing. You can only count if I'm using my hands. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. 7 rooms left to do. And one of them, we haven't been able to do our gift of the snake yet. Not sure where that's going to be. Not sure what room that's going to correspond with. So let's see. Everyone just ate, right? Oh, and I realized I never read the flavor text. Astor is a professor of mechanics at Venitas College. Jane Astor has established her reputation through the construction of experimental semi-autonomous devices. She is obsessed with the workings of things, treating the world as an elaborate clock to be dismantled and rebuilt. So a real steampunk gal here, right? Clockwork punk, I guess is what steampunk is. I guess is it steampunk if it's not. What's steampunk without steam? What's that called? Don't have a Wikipedia open and I don't really care that much, I guess. Eldritch punk. Scholar Vitali, an occultist of high standing, Titus. Vitali is a shuffling encyclopedia of arcane lore. His knowledge of forgotten tongues and ancient tomes makes him a formidable yet rambling consultant. I get that. I mean, I'm not full of arcane lore, but I am a rambling consultant. Atticus Hawk is a recalcitrant bundle of sinew and muscle. Hawk's blunt manner is as intimidating as his stature. I got my Arthur Morgan voice on, I guess. An orphan of the Aldworth docks, he works for others only when arrangement suits him. And Dr. Calgar. Alice Calgar is the head of infectious studies at King Cross Yard. Her skill with the syringe and the scalpel is second only to her ability as a laboratory technician. Sorry, I can't help myself every time. Rarely seen without her mask, even by her colleagues, she hides her face and her history under the raven's brow. Okay, so how's her alcoholism doing? If the addiction is not fed, the sufferer suffers. The character will suffer an injury each dawn unless they okay, so if they're not drinking every dawn, they take a wound, they take an injury. Staying sober will eventually remove this condition. So if I don't have Calgar drink anything at all, will they eventually become sober and then not hit with those wounds? Seems like the thing to do then is to just make her forgo the bottle. Chemical worksheet. There was one in here that was 2, right? Oh, 3. But I think we can do the document box. Let's see. We can. Anyone else should be doing something? The study? We don't have anything to do in a study. We do have another dream draught. so we can have another dream. The archives, Scholar Vitali wasn't finding anything. Oh, what's the Dreams of the Cliff? A drawing from a dream. Hey, is this what we got from our last night's rest? Yeah, I did read this, didn't I? So I think we want, who's good at this? Atticus. But it's 2. We do. We have the tracker's guide. It's going to use our tracker's guide, but that's fine. Right? One-time use? Yeah. Okay. I think, should we have someone dig something up too? I think all of our diggers busy? Atticus. Yeah, all of our diggers are already busy, so we can't do anything. Scholar Vitali is not going to like. Guess that's all we can do. It's daytime, so I'm talking louder. I move my mic away, otherwise I end up blowing it out. My coffee's gone. If only there were a way to fix that. What did we get? Oh, we got Simon's Note 3. Did it. I took the necklace and hid it in my den. Pa forgot to lock the chapel, so I got in and stole it. It took a terrible long time to get it here, as it was weird heavy to carry. I am all tired and hurting from being so poorly. Isn't this a rich family? Don't they have like a tutor for this kid? Why is he right like this? How old is he? I want to give him like a yokel bumpkin accent. I know I should have not taken it. Pa will be angry, but I done not want it to hurt him or Ma. And maybe now it's outside the house I might get better too. I hope so. I'm sorry. It's okay. The Valhassa tear, a small pendant composed of a simple brass clasp holding an eerie blood-red crystal. The interior of the tear seems to glow with liquid illumination as if it holds a strange boiling mist. The tear is recovered from a Valhassian burial site and brought to the Black Sands during the Veldt War. It is said that it can provide the wearer with the power and insight, but will extract a toll on the user's body in return. Items of the occult power, such as this, might be enhanced given the right location and offerings. I gave this game a positive review on Steam, and I was just out of curiosity. The first day it came out, and out of curiosity, I was looking at the reviews, and one person back then, I don't know, it's been like a week now, right? Gave it a negative review, and in it said, not everything has to sound like Fallen London. And my counter proposal is, what if everything did sound like Fallen London? I only have one Fallen London video up on my channel. I want to make more, but I love Fallen London, and I love like the tone of it. And the fun thing about Fallen London is it's Eldritch without being Lovecraftian. Like, I love Eldritch and Lovecraftian stuff, but I'm super bored by Cthulhu games, games that are like part of the mainstay Lovecraftian world. I like it better when people take elements of Eldritch stuff and make it their own, make their own worlds, and don't rely on Lovecraft's specific world and entities. And that was one of my favorite things about Lovecraft. I mean, he sucked as a person, but Lovecraft had a whole like circle of people who essentially wrote fan fiction. And it was great. I mean, he didn't have a problem with it, right? I think he like exchanged stories with people. So there was essentially this whole world of fan fiction that grew up around Lovecraft. And I think that stuff is better than Lovecraft's own writing. So I love it when people make games in the style of Lovecraft without it being actual Lovecraftian world. So long story short, yes, everything should sound like Fallen London, this game included. If you want a game that you don't have to read a lot of flavor text, they exist. Go find that. It's fine. There's a game for everyone. If that's your main concern, it's a silly one. Anyway, sorry I got off on a tangent there. It's just something I'd been thinking about. He's almost done in the lab. Okay, there we go. What do we got? We got another one of these. I wish I could move. I would say maybe my biggest complaint is I wish I could move. Oh, I guess I can, you know. It's just, sorry, making you sick. I'm not a big fan of that system. I wish this was a drawer that I could pop up. But I guess if you think of it as a game board mat, one big game board mat, then it makes sense. What's this? New pilgrims at Highrook? A reopening is at hand, but you do not appear to be seekers. I pray you have the insight to act wisely. Where Gideon acted without real consideration. Oh God, my head itches. Sorry, I'm just like, itchy. It's springtime, so my allergies are bad. Akron was a talented scholar, but his downfall was to trust the communion. Their knowledge and ambitions are flawed and naive. His use of Dreamleaf led to his discovery of the tear, but his subsequent actions were rash and ill-informed. I hope that your progress will be more enlightened. To this end, I offer you a part of the whole that you seek. Make good use of this gift and we may speak again. Was that just this that they gave me? See, there's like, I didn't realize until now that there's this faded red imprint on the back, but it doesn't quite match up with the pieces I'm getting. So I'm not sure. Anyway, we'll just keep hacking at that. See what happens. All right. Is that everyone done? You want to dig, Atticus? This is another mouth. I'll just put that down here since we don't know where that goes yet. Should we do the spyglass? Who else has got paw? You got paw? So oh, incantations, that's gonna be a chapel thing, isn't it? Well, how do we unlock the chapel? Oh. Well, just gonna have to do that. We need to find more things to open up more rooms. Oh, Mr. Tubbs, you're the best. Never change, Mr. Tubbs. Are you helping, Mr. Tubbs? No, he's not helping. He doesn't help. He only helps an eye in kitchen. Okay, is that everyone finished? Okay, what did we get? A focus fern? We do that in the kitchen. Who can do that? What else did we get? One of these? Task focus. You can do that. That's just going to give us what? Another healing dose? Raw meat? That lasts for quite a while. More catalytic powder. Should we do another dream draught? Chemist bottle holding a swirling blue liquid. It smells faintly of dusk and rainfall. If we are daring, so different dreams, right? So I was kind of waiting till everyone was sleepy. But people aren't getting a lot done. What do you do? What do you do? He can do the room and he can do the archives. He's going to complain about there not there being anything for him to find, but we'll find out. Yeah, I guess do this again. Feels like a waste, but makes more sense than people just sitting around doing nothing. Okay. Why don't you cook that raw meat? And then we can eat. How hungry are we? We're not too terribly hungry, but if we stay ahead of it, then it shouldn't be a problem. You can do courtyard, can't you? Caligar. Yeah, Caligar says they're not going to find anything there. Tracker's guide. Oh. Yeah, I don't know if we're going to get anything until we sleep again. It's just these two. Our lovebirds. Our reticent lovebirds who are good at the dining room. We can do a basic meal with everyone. It lasts quite a while. I know, but you're gonna tell me. You're gonna tell me there's nothing else you can do. Where's this stuff go here? Ooh, more dream leaf. Get out of there, Calgar. Just waiting. Oh, it's okay. We'll finish and get you out of there, Vitali. Ooh, a chemical worksheet. Why don't you go here? Where does this go? Gosh, we got plenty of stuff here, huh? What's the pot? Support. And the grain? Stodgy bread. So I guess we've been holding on to that because it doesn't expire, right? So. Gosh. Yeah, I just feel like we're not gonna have any luck. Ooh, machine oil. Where's that go? Here. Maybe we'll sleep and then eat? Why don't you make the stodgy bread? Memories. Okay, secrets we don't have. Incantation we don't have. Songs we don't have. Dreams. You can do dreams. So we'll get you lined up for that. More dream drop. Great. Okay. We're just kind of waiting on Atticus then, huh? All right, Atticus. Let's make that stodgy bread. You know, I'm just going to put that down here. Because we have so much healing dose, I don't think we have to be worried about Caligar being injured by her alcoholism right now. Right? That's my line of thought. Let's see what our dream is, our vision. Then we can eat this. Dream of a monocle. The hunched shoulders of a tall but crooked man loom over a blinking console, somewhere in the machine room. He pokes and prods, turning dials and tapping gauges. An open journal rests on a dirty counter. Unnecessary comma there, but okay. dev. I'll proofread your stuff for free. The intricate symbols on his page smudged by his fingers as he traces their equations. He grunts and plucks a shiny lens from beneath his furrowed brow, his monocle, placing it on top of the book. After staring into the dust-filled air, the man rises stiffly from the machine, abandoning the book and monocle. Now, there you need a comma. After staring into the dust-filled air, the man rises stiffly from the machine, abandoning the book and monocle. He stumbles from the room and you awake, the sound of calculating engines still humming in your ears. We can perform a task with this card in the machine room, which is here. And who's good at machine room? Mechanist. I don't even know why I asked that. I think that's pretty obvious. Oh, that kid's in there. Get out of there. Have Atticus eat that mushroom. All right, Atticus, get in there. I'm tagging you in. Mushroom duty. Okay, what do you got? You got the monocle? Irving's eyepiece. This rose-tinted monocle is constructed with an exotic bulbous lens that improves the clarity of smudged or faded text. The lens itself comes from a set of polished glass discs, found in an ornate chest, washed ashore in Ashport during the Great Coriolis storm a few years ago. Once the quality of the lenses was realized, they became much sought after, exchanging hands for extortionate sums across the city. Arlo Irving, head archivist at the Venetis Institute, was one of the first to commission eyewear manufactured with such lenses. Irving directed the reconstruction of the Venetis' famous yet crumbling library. He had a hawk's eye for detail and whimsically claimed that he could read the books through their covers. But it was generally surmised that his remarkable acuity came from some magical quality imbued in the monocle itself. So, task support, infinite use and upgradable. We need to get the forge, but this goes here. Okay. We'll let Atticus finish that mushroom and then we'll eat. I mean, we're actually pretty okay, but... Ooh, the gift of the bee. All right, everyone. Get in here. Time to have some basic meal. It is not tasty or fragrant or even very warm, but it is sustenance. We have another dream draught. Okay. Good job, Atticus. I don't know why the cryptic journal is sitting down here. Who's good at key? You are. Let's do this. Anything else? We'll have Atticus dig. You're going to complain about how, we should be doing something else. But frankly, my dudes, there isn't anything else to do other than have another dream. Which is fine. The dreams are great, but I need to unlock the chapel. I'm racking up chapel cards. You can't really see them here. Yeah, my 2 chapel cards. Oh, we got another one of these? This probably goes... I don't know. I don't know how to arrange these. We'll find out more about those. For now, I'll keep them there. Gideon's note. I cannot... This is the dad. I cannot find my tools anymore. It is as if the house is shifting around me. Scraps and relics wandering from room to room. I am so weary with study and drained from ritual that I cannot think straight. I am attempting to keep track of the fragments, and I know I could acquire replacements if need be, but I fear I am stumbling into darkness without the protections I need. The communion is urging me on, offering support from afar, but they are not subject to the nightmares I see in every shadow. Okay. Dreamleaf. Why don't you do that? Why don't you do that? And a focus fern. Something you can do, right? Kitchen? Yeah. We got a chemical worksheet. That goes up here. We'll put the food back here. Okay. Oh, you're not working on anything, I guess. You're not working on anything either. We'll have you do this. Can you do that? Yeah, you can. Okay. What do we got? Still working on all this stuff. More dream draught. Yeah, I know. Anything good? Mr. Tubbs, what do you think? We got another one of these. Why don't you go to town? We got nothing else to do. Eat some mushrooms. Charcoal goes in the study. That's good. We're running out of stuff there. Is that it? Ugh. I might just put everyone to bed. What is this? Hawk, what's your, is madness. What do we take for madness? Have we found anything that helps with madness? I think this helps with the actual wounds, right? The healing doses help with injury. So Hawk's the only one who's got any amount of madness. So because I think he spent too much time in a room with that kid before I realized that it was. And I've been having him eat a lot of mushrooms. That might have something to do with it too. Sorry, bud. Why don't you do shovel for a little bit? Other than that, I'm just tempted to have everyone go to bed again. You do sleep? You do sleep. Then we can eat another basic meal? I kind of want to hold on to that basic meal until last resort because it's the last one I got. We get him from Clifftop, right? Hey, Mr. Tubbs is going to come snuggle. Okay. We'll do this. I'm just looking. Running out of room in some of these rooms, so. Like, I don't know what would happen if it produces something and there's no space. Where would it go? Does it go into temporary storage? I don't want to risk it and find out, you know. Let's see. We got Dream of a Needle that goes here. I want someone to get more meat. So I'm going to have you on meat duty. And you can do this. Let's read about it first, though. The sound of a distant rainstorm blends with the dying cackle of a guttering candle. Did I say cackle? The dying crackle of a guttering candle. Moonlight will soon be the only illumination in this chamber, its watery light casting long shadows across a scarred desk covered in scattered journals and torn pages. The head and folded arms of an insensate man have pushed aside the books and quills to use the wooden surface as an awkward pillow. His breathing is deep and slow, and his sleep holds no dreams. The source of his slumber, a glinting medical syringe, lies discarded in a low desk drawer. So, just fell asleep in his chamber with his head on his desk because he injected himself with something. Gross. Not a big fan of injecting stuff. Okay. We'll put this back up here. Oh, get out of there, little kid. Oh, sweet, we got more meat. Mr. Tubbs. Come on now. Ah, we found the syringe. A bright needle winks under infinite use. Nice. It seems like everything we get from the dreams ends up being an infinite use item. Ooh, and it's +2. A bright needle winks under a stained glass cylinder. A medical hypodermic commonly used to extract or inoculate the blood. A dirty tube makes it hard to tell which of these it was used for last. Ooh. Please don't be putting that in you. We're out of stuff in the study, which means, right, we need more mushrooms. I think we get that from the cliff top. You do. You do. I'm going to eventually remember who does paw. It's her and the dude. I'm waiting for Mr. Tubbs to move so I can make this meat. Come on, Mr. Tubbs. All right, well, at least the kid's gone. Mr. Tubbs, well, why don't we pet Mr. Tubbs at least? Maybe that'll make me less insane. So yeah, this gives me a key. Does it? Fine, lad. Oh, Mr. Tubbs, you're killing me. I mean, I'll pet you again. Let's go. So that's good. We're running out of those. Oh. Oh, so yes, petting Mr. Tubbs does get rid of your insanity. He pet Mr. Tubbs twice and now his insanity meter is back to normal. That's good to know. I'm glad I figured that out. Mr. Tubbs, you're killing me. Oh. Well, maybe you can do something else here. Just sort of waiting around on dang old Mr. Tubbs. He's really hogging the kitchen. Is it because there's meat in there? Get out of there, Mr. Tubbs. Come on. Okay, now he leaves. Put that there so he can't get back on it. Yeah. Okay. Should we have everyone? Well, I feel like they could be a little hungrier before we Oh, we can use the glinting syringe. I thought it was a plus. a focus. I mean, a support, not a focus. I'm just watching the timer go down on that meat. Oh, Mr. Tubbs. You're such a little rascal. All right, we still got. So that didn't help. Those didn't turn into anything at all when Caligar did them. That's fine. We got stuff for the lab anyway. Oh, we got more moonshine? All right, should we put everyone... let's not do this because I don't want it to make an infernal stink. Let's get everyone fed, and then maybe we'll have another dream. Okay, let's get everyone sort of going that way. And then we'll have you do this first. Because we can, right? It's got a timer. Ugh, get out of there. And let's see what we dream of. And then tomorrow we can do the glinting syringe. Caligar's wounds, right, from the alcoholism. Might have to end up using our healing dose at Dream of a Lost Book. This goes in here. A vision drawn from a dream, hastily recorded on torn notepaper. I am adrift in the air, like a mote of dust suspended in the fragrant air of the dining room. There's a lot of repeated words in this text, and that just really trips me up. There are synonyms for air, you know, like, yeah, sure, don't rack out the thesaurus every time you need a new word, but like if you find yourself repeating words in the same sentence, you gotta shake it up a little. Someone has been drinking. A tired-looking man in a crumpled gown and broken spectacles. Lord Acheron. He sighs, wiping something from his eye as he places a card on the table in front of a ragged journal. The card is inscribed with some sort of machine code. He places it loosely into the journal and finishes his drink. Stumbling to his feet, he knocks the book from the table. It tumbles to the floor, sliding underneath a nearby cabinet. I get really tired of anytime people see clunky writing and automatically start accusing it of being ChatGPT or Claude or any other large language model. And it's like, no, people had clunky text before then. Like, this person who wrote this is a good writer. They just need an editor. That's all. I'm not even going to say why I think this is not ChatGPT generated, because I'm not even going to entertain that. I want to say that anytime you start accusing people of using large language models for writing, we're like, oh, they are using too many M dashes, or there's adverbs, there's colorful adverbs on every noun. It's like, yeah, that's I use M dashes. I love the M dash. It's like the semicolon, but semicolons are really stiff and technical. Like, I use semicolons when I'm writing a legal document. I don't use semicolons in fiction. I use an M dash. I mean, you use a period and a new sentence too, but if you want to flow, an M dash is great. Also, adjectives are not a problem. Hell, adverbs aren't even a problem. So the problem is that and I see a lot of YouTubers doing this now, they'll come across any clunky text and they'll be like, oh, ChatGPT. And it's like, no, don't start with that. Because if it is ChatGPT, great, what do you win? You get a blue ribbon for spotting ChatGPT text? Good job. Who cares? I mean, I care. On an artistic level, I do care. But fingering stuff, I don't care. That's the best case scenario. The worst case scenario is that you actually drag an innocent person's name through the mud who didn't use ChatGPT or Claude or whatever. And you risk ruining their reputation and hurting them emotionally to the point that you discourage them from ever writing again. And this is happening to people. This is happening to creatives constantly. People are looking at their works and pointing fingers. Oh, this is AI created imagery, or this is a large language model written text, when it's not the case. And it's hard for creative people to thrive in that environment when everyone who's supposed to be their ally is conducting witch hunts and snag creative people in that witch hunt. And don't do it. Just don't do it. There's no benefit to doing it. So please stop. Please stop. Anyway, that aside, what was I doing? We got a lost book and we're going to take it to do wine in the wine room after the era of nausea is gone. We also have the glinting syringe, which we can get Caligar on right away. Caligar also, we'll wait till she's half hurt and then we'll give her a little healing dose. See what happens. Everyone just chill in the bedroom for a while. You know what? Why don't we try to find some more meat? Blood vial. Ick. A delicate test tube of blood extracted from one of the investigators. Despite the dark nature of the task, we might use this as a part of some offering. So that's another chapel. Well, I feel like this is just going to give me some sort of blood stuff. Is blood stuff always going to be church stuff? We'll see. Why don't you dig, Atticus? And why don't you look at some books? God, I want the forge. Is there something I'm missing? Oh yeah, we need to do the Dream of a Lost Book. We were going to have Atticus do that, right? Yeah, just blood vials. Okay. I know, girl, I know. Ooh, she's feeling pretty rough. Why don't we, she's been touching that needle too much. Why don't you do this? We'll see how much the healing dose actually does, right? She's at half health. Ooh, that's nice and fast. Okay, so she was at half health and that got rid of almost all of it. So that's good to know. Don't do the healing dose until they're half injured. You can do this. We got a dream draught. I want you to make stodgy bread. But you keep making moonshine, so we'll see what happens. We got a coded journal. The information held within this volume. Okay, so we've had these before. I wonder what it's going to give us. What? Oh, we need 3. Well, the mushroom sometimes gives us. Why don't you work on this? The mushroom sometimes gives us study, right? No, it gives us lab or study. Yeah. So if I can find another mushroom, maybe I'll get lucky. What did you make? Nothing? Oh God, girl, get out of there. Where's our food? We have 1 basic meal. Gift of the bee. That's great. I don't need all that. Oh. I forget what the focus fern gives us. I feel like it's time to go to bed again. Doesn't everyone just sort of head that way? Since we can't do the thing in the study that we want to do. Ooh, that's what I want though. All right. Can you? Yeah, you can. And why don't you cook this? Let's see what we get from the coded journal. Gonna use up all my stuff. Ugh. It might give me another thing for the composer. Okay. I don't feel like I've gotten much done this session other than, uncovered lore. Okay, we did get a more Gideon note and one of these. I heard the hounds again last night. I could not decide if their howling was real or just echoes in my own mind. Like the hounds from Don't Starve. I've barely slept. Simon's condition is worsening. I must find a solution either in words or actions. The eye will not close again. I must find a way to blind it while I seek the cure. I can still see the key in my dreams. Her bifurcated head. That dark, gaping maw. But no, I am a seeker now, even without the ceremony. I will step beyond the threshold. I will compel the instruments of Nibiru to obey me. I just finished Control this week. I played it in 3 days. I was sitting in our library and I had a chapel code. The Slip of Crease card. We've had this one before, right? It goes down here. Who's good at you? Atticus can do machines. It's like a turtle. Let's get everyone back in here. Well, he does that. How's everyone's sanity is pretty good. Nobody needs to pet the cat. Thank God. Oh, we unlocked a new place. Okay, we got another coded journal, which takes 3, so that's quite a bit. Can I? Oh, I must examine the highlighted item first. Brother Akron, we understand that in recovering the tear, your son has been hurt. It is unfortunate and regrettable. But do not swerve from your path now. The knowledge and power you will acquire can cleanse your son of any ailment, voidborn or otherwise. I don't feel like that happened. You must reach further into the inner circle of the unseen twin. Only there will you find the power to heal your son and fortify your family for what is to come. Prepare your summoning chamber, assemble the rite of the opening eye, and speak with the key, the guardian of the first circle. Chapel looks a little culty. You may pass through the darkness to reach the illumination beyond. Love the communion. At last, the fog begins to clear. The Seekers are trying to contact Nibiru, a mythical domain of cosmic power, an unseen isle that lies hidden outside of natural time and space. Badali frowns, looking concerned, yet excited. Engaging with these histories is enlightening, but also dangerous. I think we can assume that Gideon has already begun his journey down that path. The chapel has clearly been used for ritualistic practices. Aster examines the thick oak door. Was the 2 periods on the last one? No period here. Sorry. I try not to focus on it, but we can assume it was locked to prevent his family from discovering his work. If he was hiding his activities here, then what might await us in other sealed chambers? I feel like sometimes the lack of periods is a stylistic choice, but it's really inconsistent. Okay. We're paused? We're paused. We read that. This goes here. We don't have enough to do it, but we are going to feed everyone, right? Let's get everyone fed. Because we got another basic meal. And then we could probably sleep. How was that sound? We'll see what happens after we sleep. And then we can call it there, unless something really exciting happens. All right, everyone, tuck in. Guess tuck in means to eat, right? Tuck yourselves in. We're going to sleep. We're going to beddy bye. All right, what do we got? An empty dream. Something was there. It's gone now. Aw, boo earns. Okay, so we do have stuff to do in the chapel, though. That's exciting. Unfortunately, we don't have anything to focus on in the chapel. It's all support. Ah, that stinks. Well, maybe we can get the coded journal done. So the coded journal. I'm just trying to think of things that give us the coded journal, right? I don't really remember. It's been a while since you've done any research in the archives, though, so let's go. Just looking at all of our hawk is injured. Or okay. Everyone's doing just fine. Yeah. Okay. Why don't you do this? What else did we get? A booster matrix. Doesn't really help me. I thought it was for the study, but it was not. Raw meat, you can cook that. And catalytic powder. Oh. We'll just see what happens, right? We'll just keep at it. 3. We only have 1. No, we don't even... We have 0 for the study right now. That stinks. Oh, this might make me tea though. So the courtyard, we can dig up focus ferns to make the owl tea. Is that right? I think that's one source. And also the mushrooms. Ooh, that's good though. Okay. Please don't screw this up. I noticed that like if they've done something in a room too many times, then it just is like, well, I better do something else for now. Oh my God, Scholar, get Vitali, get out of there. You're fine, Calgar. Is anyone... Okay. It's like, is anyone working on anything? Just Atticus. Ah, oh, sweet. So now with Vitali, we should have enough. Perfect. He's not going to find anything. But it's still, I mean, we're waiting for Vitali, so we might as well, right? Better than sitting around and doing nothing. Okay. And what can you do? What can you do? Kitchen stuff. Yeah. That just sort of went to waste, didn't it? But we'll see what happens. Gideon's note 6. He was dying. I had no choice. I summoned the key while the veils were still thin, and I demanded that she take him into the gardens of the first circle. The rot will stop there. Simon, are you just rotting? He will not worsen, but he cannot stay long without protection. He will become ash. He will wither away. I will raise myself further. I can enter Nibiru of my own volition. I will compel the needle to cure Simon. I will bring him home. Sophia must not know. It is best she believes that I have sent him to some private city infirmary. Once I have returned, she will see the reasoning and the glorious path for all of us. The shadow is cast long across this house, but perhaps there is still time. What has Akron done? Has he really offered up his own child to some eldritch horror? Real monsters or rotten seekers, it don't matter to me. It's abduction, plain and simple. Atticus clenches his fists. We must find the boy, but I don't care if Gideon is ever seen again. Yes, Atticus, he seems to have made a pact with the Communion, or the entities they revere, and to hide this from his wife. Such arrogance. Sophia Akron is no idiot. Her intellect is easily a match for her husband. She will not be fooled. Yeah, but where is she? Aster adjusts her goggles anxiously. But more of pressing concern, who is this key? A demon? A seeker? Or something else? If my memory serves me correctly, the key is an instrument of Nibiru, the chief doorkeep of the unseen twin. If Gideon has awoken such an entity, then we will face more fearsome dangers than the Communion's thugs. Let's get this down here. Oh! That actually scared me! I didn't expect that to happen. Oh, my heart. Okay. A right to break the threshold of the first circle. A knock on the gates of Nibiru. Drawn arched door upon the wall in white chalk. Circumscribe the form in a circle. At the apex of the arch, draw a 12-point star. With your forehead pressed against the star, sing the song of the autumn key. Hold the edges of the frame, stare beyond the wall, eyes wide until the tears drop to the floor. Close your eyes, close your mind, and open the door. Ah, rhymes. The fragments have formed the opening eye. The ritual that is... This person has to be British because they put their comma outside the quote, and they spell stuff with S's instead of Z's. The ritual that the seekers urged the Gideon to complete. It is a window into Nibiru's hidden domain. Vitali shuffles around the chamber, nervous but excited. It might seem foolish, but I think we must perform this rite to further our investigations. Vitali, are you mad? These evil rites should be burned, not performed. We should look for the Akrons here, in the real world. Atticus shakes his head vigorously. Gideon may have been insane, but we need not to follow him into his lunacy. Yeah? No? Okay. I hear you, Atticus, but it is clear that Gideon was determined to carry out this ritual. Perhaps we can find fresh tracks by replicating his actions. If you trusted my judgment during the Kiel fever epidemic, then please, remain in step with us now. Ah, Miss Gallagher, you pulled me and my boys through that outbreak. I still owe you for that. Atticus wrings his hands, uncertain. I'm not happy with Vitali's plan. It won't end well, but I'll do as you ask. For now. Okay, let's pause her there. Does anyone have something going? We can put Gideon's note away? Yeah. Gallagher's working on that healing sprig, and Aster's I'm just kind of looking at what we got that's timed before we call it, because I feel like, oh, let's look at this. We can perform a task. Ooh, chapel. I feel like I'm going to save that for the next video. Yeah. You do mouth stuff? You do mouth stuff. We'll see what, sweet, owl tea. Okay. Oh, perfect. And you ate the mushrooms and they became gift of the owl. Okay. I feel like that's a really good place to stop it. When we pick it up, oh, my light went off in the background. Oh, well. When we pick it up next time, we're gonna do the opening eye. I wanted to get a room unlocked, specifically the chapel, because I had so many task support items for it. But I didn't have the room or anything to use in it. But now we got that. So I'm stoked to get back into the next session. So we'll see what happens. We're going to put her head against the wall and close her eyes. No, we got to keep her eyes open real wide until we cry. Then close her eyes. All right, well, pick your bed in the guest room. It's like noon. Just take a little nap, right? And I'll see you in the next one. Until then, sleep soundly. Bye.